From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Tuesday, April 23rd. We begin with an update to a story we brought you last week on Wish TV. The search for two kayakers that went missing has concluded. Both bodies have been recovered in the White River. Conservation officers say they believe they have found the body of 30-year-old Marcus Robinson. They say they are still waiting for confirmation. Monday morning, the body of 22-year-old Solomon Shirley turned up. Officers say the two men were kayaking on the river just west of downtown Indianapolis during flooding 1 week ago. Investigators say it appears they paddled too close to a dam and were swept over. Police say they have a potential suspect, but they have not yet announced an arrest in a deadly shooting on the near northeast side. IMPD says it happened yesterday morning on Hillside Avenue near the New Bridge Apartments. Police tell News 8 the shooting began after an argument. The shooting victim died at the scene. Their identity has not been released. On to I-Team 8 now. A controversial arrest has come to light, leaving a police officer who initially faced no punishment out of a job. News 8's Brittany Noble reports.
So an Indiana dad says that he trusted the system to work for his family, but now he's speaking out to help his 18-year-old daughter. Through a court subpoena, he got this footage from this Marathon gas station. It shows Officer Brian Schimmel of the South Whitley Police Department stopping 18-year-old high school senior Vivian Augustus. Seconds later, the officer opens her door and eventually rips her out of her car and throws her to the ground, all to arrest her. The officer's body camera was not running during the first part of the traffic stop and is only turned on after Augustus is on the ground.
Pulled over for your speed and your headlight, okay? Your speed was 37 and then 30, not that big of a deal, and your headlight was out on your driver's side. Just pulling you over to let you know. If you would have just given me your license and your registration like I asked you to do, you would have gone away with a warning tonight, okay? But however, since you decided to pull this right here, where you don't want to comply, you don't want to give me your ID, and you think you're going to run the scene, you're now going to jail. Do you understand?
I was trying to give you my ID.
You were not. How many times did I ask you? You were not. I've got a body cam on. It'll show you not pulling your ID out. When I ask you to step out of the vehicle, you step out of the vehicle. You don't get to sit there and tell me how I'm going to do my job. Do you understand?
After the teen's family obtained and released the video, the Whitley County prosecutor dropped the charges. A statement from the town said due to public safety, Officer Brian Schimmel is no longer with the South Whitley Police Department. I-Team Cody Fisher spoke to the victim's dad, who has been helping his daughter fight the charges since January.
She's a captain in her show choir. She's a part of the Columbia City High School EMT training program. She volunteers at church and youth leadership programs, and she is wanting to study political science and pre-law.
To hear that your daughter was arrested doesn't really fit her character.
It doesn't fit the character, no.
Brent Augustus hopes to see better training and background checks on new police officers, but for now, he says he's helping his daughter transition her focus to attending college and studying political science and pre-law. I'm Brittany Noble reporting for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Starting next month, expect some big changes on major roadways. According to INDOT, there will be stoplights on interstate ramps at 5 places on I-465 between I-65 and I-70. Emerson Avenue, Southeastern Avenue, Shadeland Avenue, Brookville Avenue, and Washington Street are all locations that will have what's being called ramp metering. The traffic lights will operate like any other traffic light. INDOT says the goal is to help improve safety and the overall flow of traffic both on and off the interstate.
All about adaptability. So this ramp metering is scheduled for one car at a time, but when it sees those peak hours, it will allow more cars at a time to prevent that ramp backup.
INDOT is also installing variable speed lights that will adjust based on traffic. Plus, signs will let drivers know about traffic conditions. The ramp metering starts on May 6th. Today, an Indiana company is hoping to make a global impact. Elanco has declared April 23rd National Parvo Day. It's an effort to raise awareness and save dogs from a deadly disease. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez reports.
Company officials say that parvo is most likely to spread in the spring and in the summer. It's an effort to highlight that the disease is carried in dog feces and can spread at dog parks, kennels, through food and water bowls, and even through the hands and clothes of people who treat infected dogs. According to the company, over 300,000 dogs get parvo every year, and about 91% of infected dogs will die if untreated. Unvaccinated puppies are the most at risk. Elanco currently owns the only conditionally approved monoclonal antibody treatment for the disease. Earlier this year, the company launched its Parvo is Poop campaign to bring awareness year-round. Vice President Bobby Modi says the tagline not only describes how it spreads, but describes what it's like to fight it.
It's a real pain in the neck for vet clinics and their staff and pet parents to deal with this disease. And so we've got very funny and provocative images that we'll put up in clinics, signage, et cetera, to get pet parents to take notice.
The company also built a tool for pet owners and vets to track potential outbreaks of the virus in their area. Modi says to bring your dog to the vet if you notice they are lethargic or vomiting, have a fever, have diarrhea, or have a sudden loss of appetite. The company has set a goal of saving 1 million puppies by 2030 with this campaign. Reporting in Greenfield, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says we can expect a cloudy day with some showers and storms this evening. Marcus Bailey has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
The only concern I have is coming up later with maybe a little bit of rain. I think it's going to be kind of a half and half day here. Notice that the winds may pick up a little bit, but I do think we're going to have some dry conditions as we're making our way off to work and school, but you might want to hand the kiddos the umbrella as they're making their way out the door. Just keep that in mind. 48 right now, so we're down a couple of degrees over the last hour. Still not bad. Southwest wind at around 9 miles per hour. I do think those winds are going to kind of increase over the next couple of hours. I'll show you why here in just a second. 51 in Lafayette, 51 in Kokomo, 53 Muncie, 54 Bloomington, and 50 in Columbus. This time yesterday, we were sitting into the low to mid-30s, so it is a nice improvement. Cold front marching through the Midwest very slowly. It sparked some showers up in northern Indiana. We also have some rain in Illinois and Missouri, and all of that is heading our way. Ahead of that, you're going to get some gusty winds, and then eventually rain chances will start to slide in to central Indiana as we get later on into the day. Expect a lot more clouds today compared to yesterday. 56 at noon. I'm going to go the high of 60, which still not bad, a little below average, a little cooler than yesterday. But considering we're not going to get much sunshine, that's still pretty nice. And then again, our rain chances really start to evolve by mid to late afternoon. You can see bullseye 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's widespread rain, unfortunately just in time for the evening drive, and it could impact some of the outdoor plans for your kiddos for practices and games for tonight. Coming up, we're going to talk much more in detail about our rain chances, specifically how much rain we could see. It's also going to turn a little bit cooler for the midweek following this rain. We'll talk about that in my 8-day forecast coming your way in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at the full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. Hopefully those storms will hold off long enough for this story. The Colts will plant 100 trees along Fall Creek Parkway. It's part of their Touchdown for Trees program. Volunteers from Coca-Cola, Meyer, and Keep Indianapolis Beautiful will also be planting trees. They will start at 9 this morning and end sometime around noon. Check-in is located in the green space at the corner of 28th and Delaware Street. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Tuesday, April 23rd. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.